So I think a very key thing that he said here is, of course, just to highlight that the ruling that is being talked about here is the ruling as regards whether or not fresh evidence should be adopted. And if the court does rule that this fresh evidence be admitted, it is not the end of the journey. So don't just automatically think the moment it's been admitted, that means, of course, PDP has won the case. The court still has a right the court still has to deliberate on that and see the weight of that evidence and see if it's something. And it can choose to or not to rely on it. At the end of the day, the court does have the final say.
Yeah, because there's still a lot of confusion as to what the position means.
Yeah.
So even if they admit it, there's still going to be the part where they also have to determine whether the CSU deposition means what Nigerians think it means. Or
yeah. So it's not once they've admitted it, that's the end.
It's not uhuru.
Yeah, it's not uhuru for those who are looking forward to banking on that as an excuse to maybe kick out the current administration. And we can't preempt the court. We're just going to have to wait and see what exactly the court will decide on this ruling first, and then we can get back to the substantive matter.
Absolutely. All right. Let's move away from the courts now and see what else is going on in Nigeria, but still, of course, in the country, in what could be termed an eye-opener to many, and for some, maybe an impossible situation at police stations across the nation. The Nigerian Police Force Public Relations Officer, Prince Olumuyiwa Adejobi, has stated in a tweet aimed at sensitizing the public that it is wrong to pay for lodging complaints at police stations. Well, this was, was someone else's tweet that he eventually responded to, saying that you simply go to the station and, there's nothing, you don't need to pay. First of all, bail is free, but at the same time, you can always, go straight to the station and make complaints to, police officers. But of course, it didn't, come without its backlash, mostly because many people had to share their own personal experiences. And I remember someone telling him outrightly that he is such a joke, and, called him an outright clown.
Absolutely. Now, just to quickly clarify exactly what he did say, he said that any policeman who extort Nigerians is an armed robber. And that's, of course, by the police FHQ PRO. He, of course, Olumuyiwa Adejobi has declared that any policeman found guilty of extorting Nigerians will be labeled as an armed robber. Now, whilst he said that, let's take some of the reactions. We did share some of the tweets that a number of people had shared. Someone said, "Thank you, sir, for the information. But by the time persons start asking for DPO or DCP for police station, the police officers in that station feed don't wire you plenty slaps because Nigeria police hates when civilians are proven to know their rights." There's an argument for this. And another one says, "So many DPOs are corrupt and are accomplices in all the corruption going on in our police stations. I'm here to see a police station where you will complain without asking you for money. It's not possible. If they do not ask for money, then they will not show effectiveness in the complaint." These are some of the reactions. Someone says, "You're making it worse. Nigerians do not trust the police. Now, saying this even makes me feel like you're joking with what pains us. Which Nigerian will tell police, I want to see the DPO? Where? When? How? You think we all walk around with police orderly like yourself? Come on." That's another reaction to this. And several Nigerians have not reacted positively to this, and that's of course because
I don't think anybody will. Because it's a joke.
The reality of what it is you go to the police station, you lodge a complaint about something, and what a number of Nigerians have recounted hearing is, so you have to give us money for mobilization fee to be able to pull police officers together to maybe go and make an arrest or to carry out further investigation, even in matters as sensitive as rape. And this one is, I know someone who had a complaint, went to a police station, and it was an unfortunate situation because first of all, they made mockery of her and asked her, why did you go to his house? And then the nurse said, okay, she had to drop money for investigation to be carried out. And it was the most disheartening thing to see, right? So we've seen a number of stories like that of people sharing their encounter and how they've had very negative encounter. You go to the police station, the first thing you see is police is your friend, but it doesn't feel very much like it.
Prince Adejobi seems to, like the last person said, I think he mostly makes a joke out of what Nigerians are saying. and what the reality is. Because I would have initially said that he seems to be reacting as police spokesperson from space and not, actually living in Nigeria with people. But I think he's definitely here in Nigeria. And so what he does is actually make a joke out of what the people complain about. It is, even the blind can see that these things happen in police stations across the country. Even the deaf has heard of these things before. And so there's no way that he himself, as a spokesperson of the Nigerian police force, would claim that he's not aware of what the realities are in the police stations. I remember someone responding to him yesterday, telling him that he's a very lazy person, according to this tweet. I don't know if I retweeted it. As a very lazy person, that a true, police officer who wants change will go undercover and see what the reality is in these police stations and stop just tweeting, fairy tales on Twitter. Go to the police stations and find out exactly what happens. Because no matter how much he has tweeted and what public information he has put out there, and I'll give him credit, every now and then when there's a major complaint, about the police, I see that he does, jump on it, he would, escalate it. And, more times than a few, there are claims that these people are brought to book, or at least, the citizens are helped. So I'll give him credit for that. But when he puts out these types of messages, once again, it's all fairy tales. And if you really want to clean up the Nigerian police station, it will not be on Twitter. You will not do it by tweeting, what you expect or what the law should be. You will do it by actually reading the station or reading the police force of the bad eggs that you claim to be in the force. Because that's what he constantly says, that, it's these bad eggs in the police force that continue to give Nigerian police force a bad name. But it's not one bad egg. It is at least 99 bad eggs out of 101.
Wow.
Three, good eggs.
Wow.
Out of these ones, and it falls flat on its face when he claims that it's just a few bad eggs. No, it's not. This is the way that the system works, and it is from millions of people who have experienced it. You would not walk into any Nigerian police station today and expect that you will be treated, with complete honor and respect as a Nigerian citizen. You expect, and that is the mentality that a lot of Nigerians have, that when you go to report a case in police station, you will pay somebody. You will pay to write statement. You will pay to move your case forward. They will ask you for money for petrol to drive to arrest the suspect. Random things like that. So once again, I'll give him credit for what he does, but he desperately needs to actually take action and not just tweet. It's
just even as simple as, I know this might not be the exact case, but it's in some way related. It's how they will say that bail is free. And, in terms of what the legalities are, bail should actually be free. But how many cases have people gone to the police station to actually carry out a bail and effect the bail and they didn't drop a dime?
Oh, yeah.
Right.
So
food for thought.
These are the realities, and it's not in just one police station. It's the reality in a lot of police stations across Nigeria. It's what Nigerians experience
on a daily basis.
And when he says these things, once again, take the necessary action that needs to be taken. Go to a police station and find out exactly what the reality is there, and sanction who needs to be sanctioned. The other person who commented and said even DPOs are part of the problem.
In fact, some of them will tell you that they have targets. These are some of the speculations, but this can't be confirmed. But at the end of the day, we want to see a cleaner police force. We want to see an end to the racketeering that surrounds granting of bail in police stations or even lodging complaints. We do just want to see a cleaner police force that Nigerians can be proud of, that Nigerians can depend on, and more importantly, that Nigerians can believe when they say police is your friend.